Welcome guys to a brand new playthrough on the Marcanine channel. This is Pokemon SoulSilver version. You guys have been asking for this specific Pokemon game for a long time, and I thought, you know what? I can't put this off any longer. I want to jump into it and play through one of my personal favorite Pokemon games and one of my favorite games of all time. SoulSilver is special to me because between the two, SoulSilver and HeartGold, SoulSilver was the one that I had first between the two, and they released in 2009, and I still have my original physical copy in mint condition, all the inserts, including the little Pokewalker device, the little companion that came with it, which I believe has a Mew loaded into it. This has been sitting on my shelf, and I've been walking back and forth seeing this every single day for a couple years, and throughout that time you guys have been leaving a lot of comments regarding wanting to see this specific playthrough, and I was like, you know what? I think we're going to do it right now. Let's do it. Let's jump into it. Let's get this done. So before we jump into that, though, I do want to point out that while this is a Nintendo DS game that has two screens, we're only going to be looking at the main screen. The secondary screen that has like the menu and a bunch of other little things on it, I'm not going to like show that on the display here. I didn't really think that there was a great way to demonstrate the top and the bottom, so I thought we'd just emphasize the top screen. So let's go ahead and jump into that now, and hopefully that'll work out to our favor. If at any point, though, we realize that we need the second screen, I will edit the overlay mid playthrough and include that stuff. I just don't care for that. So like right now, there's on the side screen, it's saying control info, adventure info, and no info needed. I'm gonna just choose no info needed because we don't need that. So we're just gonna move forward and jump into the introduction of Professor Oak talking to us here. So let's go and see. It looks like the sun is ascending in the sky, so this would be what is called twilight, wouldn't it? That's going to be my Professor Oak voice, so you guys are going to have to deal with that. If you've watched any of my Pokemon playthroughs, you know that I do really obnoxious voices, so that's going to be how we do Professor Oak. Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Oak, but everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before we go any further, I'd like to tell you a few things you should know about this world. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. Love Meryl. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, and at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. It's just gonna... Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy or are you a girl? Won't you please tell me? That's just such a weird way to like ask that. So on the secondary screen, it has a choice between the male and the female. I'm going to choose the male this time around. Eventually someday we will play HeartGold later on, and I will choose the female character, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with Ethan, or Gold as it were. So you're a boy then? Yes, I am. Please tell me your name. Okay. All right. So you don't see this, but this is like the screen where I'm typing in my name. You're not missing much. Don't worry about it. I don't really think that the secondary screen is necessary. When I played Pokemon Platinum, I didn't think that we needed the secondary screen, and we didn't throughout. So I don't think HeartGold and SoulSilver, if I recall, requires us to include that to experience the playthrough in its entirety to a point where you would enjoy it more if you saw the secondary screen. Are you ready? Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. Fun experiences, difficult experiences, there's so much waiting for you. Dreams, adventure. Let's go to the world of Pokemon. I'll see you later. I have been looking forward to playing this game for like a very long time. You guys don't understand how long I've been wanting to play this. I feel like this is peak Pokemon right here. I have a special place in my heart for the original Gen 2 games. Obviously, Red, Blue, and Yellow and Gen 1 were fantastic. Emerald is very special. Platinum's very special. All the Pokemon games up to Gen 5 are very special to me. But I've always thought that HeartGold and SoulSilver really, truly were the peak of Pokemon in terms of the artwork, the charm, the overall level design, the music. Everything about this specific set of remakes is fantastic. Once I started going 3D, it sort of lost me. And I really felt like it would be truly amazing if they did some sort of remake of Gen 3 in this specific style in the modern era. Now, this game came out in 2009, if I recall, 2009 or 2010. I can't remember which year specifically, but it's roughly 14, 15 years old. That's a long time since these games have come out. And we've seen so many different things evolve, no double entendre intended, with the Pokemon franchise. So playing these classic ones is very special to me because it just reminds me of a very simpler time as a kid, not only with like the simplicity of life, like we're not paying taxes, right? You're not paying rent, you're not doing all these adult type things that you just regret. You cherish the time as a child, and when you look back on it. But when you're in it, when you're back during that age, you take it for granted. You know what I mean? So this is kind of a way to relive that nostalgia of the game, but also remind me of a simpler time in life that I think is one that we'll never get back. But this is just a way to kind of peek into that window, as it were. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. I do this, I ramble, I tell stories. Hopefully you guys are cool with that, because it's going to be, there's a lot of that going to be happening throughout this playthrough. There's a TV here. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you for telling us that. That's truly fantastic. Mark booted up the PC and checked the mailbox. Lyra. What would you like to do with Lyra's mail? Read it. Adventure. Excited. I love Pokemon. Lyra. A woman of many words. Okay. Alright, let's see. You can actually walk into the bed here. I love that. Yeah, the artwork of HeartGold and SoulSilver is second to none. I think it's the best Pokemon has ever looked, in my opinion. What's up, Mama? Hi, Mark. You're finally awake. Your friend Lyra was just here. She was playing hide and seek with her Meryl. Oh, I almost forgot. Our acquaintance, Professor Elm, was looking for you. He said he had a favor to ask of you. You know where the lab is, right? It's right next door to us. By the way, do you have everything you need to go out? Here, use this bag to carry things. Okay, thank you. This is your trainer card. So on the sub menu, it's popping up just like the icons. You're not missing anything. This is the screen you're looking at is where like the real meat and potatoes of the gameplay is. So don't worry about what I'm doing over there. Here you can save a record of your progress. The save button. These are also rather helpful. The options menu. Just try touching the buttons and you'll know what to do in no time. Okay. What's also amazing too, this is something that I wanted to point out to you guys. You might already know this, and maybe you don't. In either case, I'm going to tell you now. I am a big fan of emulators, and the Delta emulator is now available in Apple's App Store on iOS. So if you have an iPhone, an iPad, or some similar iOS device, you can download Delta over there, and you can play all the retro games that you want. Apple has officially decided to support that, which is a really big deal. That means that you have great security, protection, reliability, updates, support, and you can play all these games on your iPhone. I get it. I know, you Android users, we've had this for a long time. The iPhone has too. iPhone has officially been able to support emulators for a long time. You just have to download the apps outside of the app store, which isn't hard. I used to do that all the time. I think there was a service called the IO store, which is like input output store or something. I believe that's what it was called. And you can download all sorts of different emulator tools and like development apps. But you could download Delta, I think GBA for iOS, stuff like that without jailbreaking. So you could always do it on the iPhone, but now it's officially in the App Store. Apple has acknowledged it, recognized it, and approved of it, which is a big deal. So for those of you guys that are Android users that are saying you've had it for a long time, sure, okay, fine, cool, good for you. But now we have it, so we can all play together and trade and have a good time. Anyway, let's move on. I love the visuals in this. This is as 3D as the games I feel like should have gotten. If you want to call this 3D. It's technically 3D, because there are certain angles and stuff, the way things are moving. Once it got to X and Y, I was like, nah. I think also, too, because like these chibi little sprites and stuff are cute and fun. They're playful, they're engaging, they're just, everything about this just looks really great. But then when you went sort of towards like the actual 3D models, it was weird because they all had huge heads and tiny little stick bodies. It's like, they look like Funko Pops, but like creepy ones. I don't have the running shoes yet, so I can't actually run. Oh, it's nighttime already. I think it's because, oh, that's right. So the game is actually, never mind. It's tied to the clock. That's what I was going to say. And it just hit 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the dot, the time of this recording. Yo, Mark, I hear Professor Elm discovered some new Pokemon. Very nice. Hi, Mark, Lyra's upstairs. She's playing games with her Pokemon as usual. You didn't bring your Pokemon? Oh, I should have known. You don't have your own Pokemon yet. Well, I hope I didn't hurt your feelings, Mark. Thanks, jerk. I'm gonna go up to your daughter's bedroom now, and I'm gonna shut the door behind me. Suck on that, old man. Mark, Professor Elm was looking for you. Did you go to his lab? Hold on, I was trying to actually click on the marrow there. Kururururuun. Okay. So that's a Wii over here. It's a Wii. Wii is huge in Johto too. Quite. Alright, let's go head over and see Sir Elm. I just want to talk to everybody. I want to get the whole feeling of what's going on in this delightful remake of Johto. I like your bag. So, this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Alright, D-bag. Where did she come out of? Upstairs. What's up here? Hi, Mark. My husband's always so busy. I hope he's okay. When he's caught up in his Pokemon research, he even forgets to eat. I get that. When I grow up, I'm gonna help my dad. I'm gonna be a great Pokemon professor. Cool, man. Wait. No way. Listen. Those are footsteps. This is the first Pokemon game I think I've ever heard or recognized footsteps. I've always said that. I've always said that that footsteps were something that Pokemon games actually needed in these earlier generations, and I don't think I ever noticed that before. The grass ruffling, yeah. Oh, she's stopping me. I was just testing the walk. Wait, Mark. It's dangerous, probably. What do you think you're doing? Okay, who are you, lady? It's dangerous to go out without a Pokemon. Wild Pokemon jump out of the grass on the way to the next town. Yeah, you can hear the pitter-patter of the steps as well this time. Outside in the dirt. And the grass. Dude, see, come on. That is peak Pokemon right there. Let's move on. Just thought it was kind of a cool thing. Hi, Mark. I've been waiting for you. Do you know anything about my research? As you know, Pokemon are carried in Pokeballs these days, but before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk with Pokemon, just like your friend Libra does. Pokeballs are great because you can carry many Pokemon, but walking with Pokemon must have some advantages. It could have something to do with how Pokemon grow or evolve. So I'm going to give you a Pokemon. Can you walk beside this Pokemon outside of its Pokeball to see if this brings any special feelings or bonds between Pokemon and people? The device over there has some Pokemon you could choose from. Oh, hey, I got an email. Okay. Hey, listen, I have this acquaintance that people call Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyways, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real. It's probably another Pokemon egg, but we're still busy with all our Pokemon research. I know, you can go in our place, right? Can we count on you? You can choose one of the Pokemon over there. Let's do that. Alright. Touch a Pokeball to see what is inside. I was thinking about Totodile. I don't know if I ever did. I don't know if I got Chikorita in any of my Gen 2 playthroughs so far, because I've done Pokemon Crystal twice, and I've done Pokemon Gold Standard, which is why I wanted to do SoulSilver, because I haven't done a Silver game on the channel yet. And I've always chosen Totodile or Cyndaquil, but Cyndaquil has its benefits because you don't get a fire Pokemon very early on in this game. I believe SoulSilver has Vulpix and Ninetales exclusive to it, while Pokemon Gold has Growlithe and Arcanine as far as fire, but you don't see them for a while if I recall, so I think Cyndaquil is probably the best bet. I am just not a fan of Chikorita, but I know if you're playing the normal Gold and Silver and Crystal games, there is a method where you can do like a soft reset to get all three using the box in the next town over. I made a video about that. If you guys are playing the original Gold, Silver, Crystal games, there's videos in those playthroughs on my channel that show you how to do that if you want to get all three starters. I'm not going to do that here. A, because I probably can't. It's probably not something that works in this game. But B, if there is a way, I'm not going to try. But I am going to grab Cyndaquil. He'll take Cyndaquil, the Fire-type Pokemon. Yes, I shall. Mark received Cyndaquil from Professor Elm. I think Cyndaquil looks good. I want a Fire-type on the team, and I'm actually going to update that right now on the overlay. Bingo, bango. Okay, so we have Cyndaquil there. The only thing about Cyndaquil's GIF, as you see down there, or GIF, however you want to say it, he doesn't have the flames on his back, which is actually kind of annoying. Receive a nickname, or get a nickname for that? I'm going to say no. Professor Elm? What? Professor Elm. How do you like walking with your Pokemon? It's not bad, is it? You can take it all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. If Pokemon gets hurt, okay. You should heal it with this machine. It's so easy to use. Just check the PC on my desk. This Pokemon goes everywhere and finds rarities. His house is past Cherry Grove City. Go north a little past Cherry Grove. I'm counting on you, Mark. Okay. Did I get a male or a female version? I got the male. Okay, cool. I don't know what the EVs and IVs and stuff of this guy are, but we'll worry about that another time. Okay, so we have our starter. There's a couple things that I wanted to touch base with you guys on first. Number one, if you have watched... Oh, hold on, let's talk to this dude first before I say what I was going to say. Mark, I want you to have these to help with your task. Cool. Thanks, dude. Pokemon are weak in the beginning. Don't hesitate to use a potion if you think yours is in danger. Okay. What I was going to say was... Man, I love Cyndaquil's sprite. I wasn't going to say that. It was something else. So, if you've watched any of my Pokemon playthroughs, you'll know that I have a method that I use to alter the game mechanics that allow me to evolve Pokemon that require special needs to usually evolve, right? So, for example, Scyther evolving into Scizor has to hold on to the Metal Coat while being traded, same with Onix and Steelix, to evolve. I have modified the game to allow me to evolve the Pokemon just by leveling up. So I don't have to worry about any sort of outside trades or mechanics or anything. I don't like trade mechanics. I hate that. So I removed that from the game. As a result, too, Pokemon like Kadabra to Alakazam, Haunter to Gengar, etc., all those I can evolve in my own game just by leveling up. Most of the Pokemon that require special circumstances to evolve, such as the trait evolution, they will evolve from level 36 onward. So once they hit 37 or 38, 39, whatever, they'll evolve into their next and final stage. So every Pokemon that has a special mechanic specifically for trading, I can evolve them by leveling up. So if you are wondering how to do that, though, I did make a video on that. And it's the most popular video on my channel, actually, the instructions for it. So you can do that all the way up to Gen 5 with that specific video talking about how you do it. There's another application that you can download to modify your game as well for generations later than Gen 5. But this is technically Gen 2, but I want to say it's a Gen 4 release, maybe, right? Gen 4 or Gen 5, somewhere in there. So it's in that ballpark. So just wanted to point that out. Take a look at that video. The methods require you to have a PC, but it does work on Mac, PC, iOS, Android. It works on everything. So I've got everything that you need in that video, as well as in the description box of that video. And there's tons of comments and stuff that not only confirm that it works, because why would I lie to you, but also anybody who has any questions, everything has been addressed in the comments, or I have replied and explained and answered anything that people had questions for. But you honestly just shouldn't have any questions. If you do what I do in the video for how to evolve Pokemon without trading, if you do everything I do in the video, don't skip ahead, don't like, if you pay attention, everything you need to know is in the video. I'm very, very thorough. So take a look at that. I just wanted you to know that I did that to this this game as well. So if I get an Abra at some point, which I believe I will, just outside Goldenrod, I'm going to grind the heck out of it to get it to Kadabra and then to Alakazam, and it will be a cornerstone of my team. And I believe Ghastly is available fairly early on as well. I want to say, dang it, was it Ecrutech? I can't remember, but I know that you can Ghastly early on, so I'm going to try to probably grab one of those and then evolve it into Haunter and then into Gengar and whatever. So just a little setting of the expectations. All right, we got our starter. Let's move on. We've got stuff to do. Mark, so you picked a Cyndaquil. That's a cute Pokemon you have. When you walk with it, it'll become more friendly. You should turn around and talk to it sometimes too. Oh, that's right. Why don't you show it to your mom? See ya. Now, Lyra's new, I think, for this, right? If I'm not mistaken, let's see. Because I played Crystal, and Crystal had a different female, trainer that you could choose who had blue hair, right? Yeah, she replaces Chris. So Chris was available in Pokemon Crystal, and I did Crystal twice on channel 1. Was a very, very early playthrough that, it's, kind of janky. But the newer playthrough is a little bit more of a modern setup. I've kind of found my groove and how I do videos and whatnot, and I played as Chris in that one. And then Lyra replaces her, which is interesting. I don't know why. I don't know what the point of that is. But yeah, she got replaced for some reason. She was the first female player character in the core series games, feature to be carried on in subsequent games. Chris was, and then it's Lyra. So when I play HeartGold someday, I will be playing as Lyra. But for now, we're playing as Ethan, otherwise known as Gold. Let us move on, shall we? Let's go see Mama. And hopefully she'll give me some running shoes, because I would like to run out of this town and get away from home as fast as possible. Oh, Mark, that's a cute Pokemon you have. Professor Elm must have given it to you. Oh, Professor Elm has a task for you, you say? What kind of task? I see, that sounds a little difficult, but when someone makes that kind of request of you, it must be important. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot. Your Pokegear... What? Your Pokegear came back from the repair shop. Here you go. Bum, 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 bum. The Pokemon Gear, or Pokegear as it's often called, is what every trainer should have. Guess what? You can use the Pokegear to make a phone call, too. Do you remember how? Yes. Just power on the Pokegear and touch the telephone button, okay? The names of the people you can call are automatically registered. Just select one to give him or her a call. Wow, I can't believe it's so easy to make a phone call. Oh, okay. Where do I get the running shoes? I think, do I get it after I come back from seeing Mr. Pokemon? I can't remember, but I know I should get them soon. Also too, one of my favorite Pokemon is Furret. Sentret can be found just outside of town off to the west of here. Right? Yeah, west. So I'm going to probably be going after a Sentret at some point, putting that on the team and evolving it into Furret, and I'm going to have Furret on the team just because I think Furret is dope. It's a normal type Pokemon. I'm not doing it for any advantage. In fact, Furret kind of sucks. But I love it, and I want to play with my favorite Pokemon, not necessarily the most powerful. So, wait 1 second. Oh, Professor Elm, what's up, dude? I almost completely forgot about this task. Here, I'll give you my number. I'll call you if anything comes up. Also, be sure to pass along your number to your mother. I'm sure she's expecting me. But anyway, move along. Route 29. Oh, listen. I love the footsteps, dude. Oh, man, this takes me back. I am so stoked to be playing this game. All right. I don't know if I have any Pokeballs. Were we given any in addition to potions in the beginning? We may not have been. And I'll be furious if we end up, like, running into a shiny out here. Okay. Fight. Tackle. Cyndaquil, I think, learns Ember, I want to say level 6 or 7 or something like that. But I don't remember, actually. So we're just gonna keep fighting and just beat the crap out of this dude. Also, too, I'm gonna be grinding a lot in between levels, or in between videos, rather. So, I want to make sure that I'm not gonna like over level because I want there to be a little bit of drama in between fights, or in between me and like the gym trainers. Like it was like who's the first guy? Faulkner, the bird dude. I think he has like a level 9 Pokemon. It's pretty weak. By the time we get there, we'll be so powerful we'll be able to stomp him. So, but I think he's gonna be the only one I think that I fight and completely wipe the floor with. Do we have Pokeballs? Because after that, I want to make sure that I'm adequate to win, but I'm not like so over leveled that I will just one hit everybody because that'll be annoying. What do we have in the bag? Do we have any Pokeballs? We got nothing. Okay. But we're gonna fight every Pokemon between here and Mr. Pokemon's house or whatever, because I need to get some levels up. Fight it up, baby. I never knew what Foresight did. You identified me. What does that do exactly? I've never bothered to look it up. I don't know what that means. Someone tell me. Leave a comment. If you know what Foresight means, educate me. I've played Pokemon games since like their initial release of Red and Blue, and as time has gone on, I have not brushed up on every little thing. So there's still tons of things in these games that I love that I don't know anything about. And Foresight is one of those things where I never cared to look it up, and I have no idea what it means or what it does. So if you have something for me, please. Smokescreen, dang it. I don't want to learn Smokescreen. If you've got something, let me know. I wonder if there are Pokeballs available at the Pokemon Center. I should have a little bit of money. The chances of me running into a shiny before like we run into the red Gyarados is slim to none. Very, very unlikely. But if it happens and I don't have any Pokeballs, I'm going to throw up. I will be so pissed. Because Shiny Furret is like one of the coolest looking Pokemon of all time, in my opinion. It's fine if you disagree. Like I said, it's my opinion. But that like pink and white is great. I don't know if the pink and white color looks very good, though, I think, in the earlier games like this, because they use a shading on the white portion for it, and it is like gray, and it looks really ugly. But in later games, the 3D model looks absolutely fantastic. Come on, dude. Get that experience. Yeah, 6 HP. It's not really that big of a deal, but let's go ahead and grab some items for a potion to use real fast. Potion. Use. Okay, he's back and he's full health. I really don't like the, what's it called? The secondary screen in the DS. I was never a fan of that. It was a huge turnoff. I didn't like the little stencil that you use and like tapping here and there. I never liked that. I always thought it was a distraction, a gimmick that just got in the way. I mean, don't get me wrong, like kudos to Nintendo for always trying to find some really cool, innovative, refreshing change to video games, but like, I think it's partly why the Wii and the Wii U suffered in sales, because it wasn't even really ahead of its time. It's just that I think gamers have a very specific style that they want to adhere to when they play games. It's like, give me a controller, give me the sticks, give me the pad, give me A, B, X, Y, and that's all I really want. Anything beyond that is just too much. I don't know if I can buy Pokeballs. I don't think I can yet. I wonder if I have to go to Mr. Pokemon, get the thing, bring it back to Elm, and then I think I get rewarded for like Pokeballs or something, I think. But I want to level up a little bit here because we have to prepare for the rival fight. Bada boom! I don't remember when he gets Ember. It must be like level 9 or 10 or something like that. Let's find out. I am curious because I haven't played with Cyndaquil in a long time. The most recent playthroughs I did of Pokemon in Gen 2 in particular, I didn't use Cyndaquil, so I don't remember what he has for his moves. Movesets. Here we go. All right, Gen 2. So he gets Smokescreen at 6, Ember at 12. And, oh wait, okay, that changed. So HeartGold and SoulSilver is technically Gen 4, and so it's changed Smokescreen at 6, Ember at 10. And that's both SoulSilver and HeartGold, both of them. Yeah, so he has the same, which obviously makes sense. Ooh, he gets Flamethrower at 37. Ooh, okay. So Cyndaquil gets Ember at 10, Quick Attack at 13, Flame Wheel, which I was never really a huge fan of it, at 19. Defense Curl at 22, Swift at 28, Lava Plume. I'm not familiar with that move. I feel like it's probably a move that was exclusive, or not exclusive, but is that a new move or something in Gen 4? It's been a while since I've played these games, so I don't remember. And then Flamethrower 37, then Rollout, Double Edge, and Eruption. Eruption is also a move I don't recognize, which is weird. Is Lava Plume and Eruption, like, do those get removed? Because I don't remember seeing either of those moves, like, ever in a Pokemon game. So he gets Ember at 10. I should be able to get Ember very quickly, and I'm going to need that advantage since our rival is going to end up with Totodile. What was the rival's actual name? I know Ethan was gold and then rival was silver, but I think he had like, wasn't his name like Leslie or something? I wonder. Gen 2 rival name was silver. Yeah, but I think he has a different name, right? Doesn't he go by something else? I wonder if he has... Let's see. He's in the manga as well. Was he still called Silver in the manga? Like, that's the thing, is I don't know. Because Ethan is gold/Ethan. But I don't know... Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Okay. I guess it was just always silver, perhaps? Let's get to level 8. And then I want to see about getting some Pokeballs at the mart. They probably don't have any, but we'll check. We'll find out. We will find out. Pidgey, pitch, pitch, pitch. If you're watching this, I have a question for you. Have you or do you know of anyone who has ever ran into a legitimate shiny before the red Gyarados? I think before shinies became far more common, like Pokemon Go introduced a lot of shinies very, very fast, very easily, community days and stuff like that. And then with the internet, you had the ability to load those up into like Pokemon Home and other, you know, systems that you can then import into any of your modern games. But I think before all that happened, I think the very first and only shiny Pokemon outside of Red Gyarados I ever saw was a shiny Geodude at level 8, a female shiny Geodude in Gen 2 at some point. I forget where. It might have been in like one of the... It might have been in a cave that had an unknown, and I can't remember exactly because it was so long ago. But there was a location somewhere where I got a level 2 or a level 8 female shiny Geodude. And then I think it wasn't until Sword and Shield that I ran into a shiny Pelipper, maybe? In the overworld, I think, was what I ran into. So that's a long time, dude. And I think I ran into that shiny Geodude. I think it was in Pokemon Gold version. Like the original Gen 2. So you can see that I never ran into shiny Pokemon between Gen 2 and whatever Gen Sword and Shield is, 7 or 8 or whatever. Like, I hadn't seen a shiny Pokemon aside from the Gyarados that you get. But I'm curious, if you have ever seen a shiny Pokemon in your game before running into Red Gyarados, let me know. I don't know if that's a thing, but it could very well be, I'm not sure. I want to take a break, so I saved to record my progress. That is a good idea, friend. Let's go ahead and save real fast. Would you like to save the game? Yes, I would. Saving a lot of data. Don't turn off the power now. Okay. Still saving. Why is it taking so long to save? Is this normal? I feel like that's like... Wait, is he kneeling on the ground? Is he doing like a superhero pose? Wow, that was a really long save thing. Holy crap. Okay. Actually, let's go back to the bag. Grab a potion. Pop this on my man. Okay, sweet. I want to get to level 10 before we end up facing our rival. But we'll worry about that later. How close are we? Did we already level up to 8? I don't remember. I already forgot. Yeah, level 8. Okay, so fight, tackle, bada 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 boom. We need to heal up because I'm going to run out of power points. I'm already, like, down. How much do I have left? Gotta get more PP. I have 10 out of 35 right now, and that was number 10, so now I'm down to 9. Cool. Let's move on. Damn it. That was like one step, and then I turned, and then it was like, oh, wild Pokemon again. I'm always terrified that I will run into a shiny before I get any Pokeballs, which I said before, obviously, like, the chances of that are like, what, 1 in 8,000? Assuming that that's even available, like, shinies are even available before the Red Gyarados. Like, I always thought that Red Gyarados unlocked, like, once you encountered it, shinies became available, like everything was shiny locked until then. But I base that off of nothing. I don't even know if that's true. It's just what I always thought. But I think it's just because also, like, we're so spoiled with shiny Pokemon and how easily they are available now with so many varying methods that these earlier games, it just felt like such a pain trying to track down shinies. It was so hard. But if you've ever seen a shiny, tell me your story. Where did you see a shiny before Red Gyarados? Like, where did you find it? Did you catch it? Or, like, if you didn't, but you just have a fun shiny story about, like, hey, I ran into this shiny and I, you know, wasn't able to capture it. That's the worst, dude. If it runs away, or if you run out of Pokeballs or something and you just can't catch it, it's, like, that's just... just thinking about it makes me sick. All right. And here we are in Cherry Grove City. I'm probably going to do about 30-minute videos, or at least 30-minute long videos for the playthrough. So if you want to see longer videos, let me know in the comments. And if I read and catch up to the comments while I'm playing through the videos, which I plan to, and I see your comment and I get enough of that feedback, then I will make that change while we're recording this. But if not, otherwise, just expect them to be between 30-35 minutes, as we are right about that right now. We'll pick up where we left off in the next episode of the playthrough. New episodes will appear daily, so turn on notifications notification if you want to, so you know when those are there. Please, please, please don't hesitate to comment. I do reply to all comments. So if you're watching this video and you have something to say, I promise I will reply to you. I promise on my, I don't know, just an oath, I guess. Take my word for it. I will. I reply to all comments, so take a look at that. If you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to this playthrough, show some love by also hitting the like button. It supports the playthrough, it supports the channel, and it supports me by letting me know that you like what I'm doing, because why else would I do this? So yeah, take a look at that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that too. The channel is doing very well. But I'm trying to grow the community, and I want, you know, I want people to kind of be a part of the channel, and I feel like this playthrough is going to help with that. And if you really want to be a part of the community, you can subscribe, but you can also take a look at the description box, and there are some links that might be of interest to you, specifically a link to the Marcanine community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, come on over, talk to me, hit me up, let's chat anytime. I'm active in there every single day. There's not a lot of members in there right now, but I would like to grow the Discord server as a place for people to come and play and trade, you know, Pokemon, talk other games, non-Pokemon, but just have a good time, make some online friends and whatnot. But because I don't really use social media these days, that is a good place to catch up with me, talk to me, see how I'm doing. I'd like to see how you're doing. Tell me about your Pokemon stories and all that. We'll engage in some lovely discussions and conversation. So pop in over there and at me at any time. And I will chat with you about whatever it is you want to talk about. But anyway, that's it from me, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of our playthrough. I will see you when we continue in the next episode, where we will head on and go see Mr. Elm's contact, and we'll get the parcel or package or whatever. You know what it is. But anyway, all right. That's it for me. Take care. Be well. I will see you next time. Later.